Uh, to be honest, I don't think we can put it all on the batters. Our fielding was below par in the first game. We dropped two guys that ended up costing us 80 or 90 runs in the game, and that pitch wasn't a 190 wicket. And then the bowlers let it seep at the end. And I thought even the other night our bowlers got us back into it, but we just didn't quite finish the job. The batters, I don't think there's any guy in the world that'll tell you they're comfortable against 100 and high 140s or low 150s kilometres an hour. And we've had a couple of young guys who they're experiencing it for the first time on the fly, and they're learning the hard way as we go through the tournament. But we just hope as we do progress further through this tournament that they get more comfortable with it, and we start turning our performances around starting tomorrow. They are, and Nortje played the last game obviously, and was a welcome addition. I think all teams like bowlers bowling 145 kilometres an hour plus. And like him coming into our lineup is an instant boost to our bowling attack. And unless something happens, I've just left him over there now. Unless something happens in the next 2 minutes, I think they'll be right to go. Yeah, I think he's exceptional. We had a few keepers come in. I've been here over 3.5 weeks now, and I think all coaches, when they saw him for the first time, realised that he might be a special talent. And our initial plan was for Sarfraz to keep, obviously, and after the first game, we weren't going to wait 3 or 4 games and see like how it went. We thought a change needed to be made, and we made it. And we brought a young guy in who he got our innings going again the other night, and he kept reputation is he is a very good keeper, and his talent with the bat, I think he'll catch up quick to the speed of this game. Well, Mitch was going really well, and now he's gone home to get married, so he's not going to be here for the next 6-7 days. I think that's pretty common knowledge if you look at social media. He's getting married. So his bowling, I think the initial plan was for him to possibly bowl in the one-day series against India. That got pushed back a little bit, but he bowled beautifully the other night. And when he comes back for game 5, I think he's back for, I'm sure he'll slot straight back in. And him being out does create an opportunity for someone to come in. Whether we go with 2 overseas batters and 2 overseas bowlers, or whether we go with 3 overseas batters and just the 1 overseas bowler, we'll decide that tonight. But Rodman certainly be in the mix to be there. Well, we watched the game closely the other night, and what we didn't take a great deal out of that, but that it plays like a pretty normal Indian wicket, and the boundaries aren't too small. They're an okay size. We're coming from Delhi, where the boundaries can get tiny sometimes on that field. So I just think it's exciting for the IPL. It's exciting for the players and the coaches and the staff, and just to be back travelling around for the IPL instead of being cooped up in bubbles and the rest of it, and getting out, especially to these. You can't really call them out ground like we do overseas. It's a pretty big stadium for an out ground. I think it looks like a fantastic pitch, and it's a fantastic stadium, and the training facilities have been first class. There have been plenty of other strategies discussed. I think at the end of the day, we've been trying to cover our captain, who's not here at the moment, and Rishabh, and like we do have discussions where if we had him, how we could use the impact player, but to be honest, we might vary a little bit tomorrow on how we use it. All the teams are being a little bit different with how they're doing it, but unfortunately we don't have the all-round depth to have 7-8 bowling options in our Rishabh, and like we do have discussions where if we had him, how we could use the impact player, but to be honest, we might vary a little bit tomorrow on how we use it. All the teams are being a little bit different with how they're doing it, but unfortunately we don't have the all-round depth to have 7-8 bowling options in our team. So we can either use the impact player to strengthen our batting, but our bowling at the moment. If we bring a 6th genuine bowling option in without Mitch Marsh here, it will weaken off our batting significantly, even in a bowl first, bat first scenario. So yes, we've discussed a lot, but tomorrow you might see something a little different from us. Yeah. We have to be, don't we? Like we can't two games into a 14-game season. You can't drag your bum around just because you lost the first 2 games. You have to stay up and about, knowing it's a long tournament. Knowing, to be honest, we're playing with some different combinations that we're used to playing with in the IPL. So we're adjusting, and we go into tomorrow's game with confidence. Like at the end of the day, we haven't actually batted, fielded, or bowled well for a whole game yet. So So we're hoping that starts tomorrow, and we can get on a little run. We've seen over the years teams get on stretches of 4 or 5 wins, and we're hoping we can start that process tomorrow. Thank you.